Krishna, good evening, welcome all of you all for our Saturday evening Bhagavatam class. So we are in the midst of the 19th chapter of Canto 1. So we have completed 13th verse. So we are just having a fast recap. It has been quite a long gap. So we are having a fast recap before we continue ahead. Yes, Jivan Prabhu, please give us a recap.
So Prabhuji, now after being cursed by the son of the Brahmana, Parikshit Maharaj doesn't curse back, and he is now contemplating why I have been cursed, and now he is leaving everything.
And what else?
Probably all the rishis gather after hearing.
Yes, that's the most important thing. So, yes, the most important point here, which Jivan Prabhu has highlighted, is when he got the curse, what is the first thing he do? Did he counter curse? No. Immediately accepted the curse and immediately gave up the kingdom to his kingdom and came rushing to the bank of the Ganges river. And the minute everyone came to know that this great righteous king Parikshit has come to the Ganges and now he is fasting, he is going to die within 7 days. From the 7th day he has been cursed. So 7वां दिन मरने वाला है. Immediately he came. All the sages, big rishis, all came to visit. And to them he is going to address. In the verse number 13 he is going to address. He is going to tell them. First and foremost, he is going to thank them. So let's start from verse number 12. Please read verse number 12.
The fortunate king said.
12.
After all the rishis and others had seated themselves comfortably, the king, humbly standing before them with folded hands, told them on his decision to fast until death. So
now he has decided to fast until death. He knew. Why did he take the decision of fasting until death?
To receive the curse.
Okay, fine. See, that's the general basic understanding. That since he was hungry and since hunger had taken over his thought process, he put the dead snake on the rishi's neck. So what that is a basic or general understanding. He understood. Now it's only last 7 days. I have not controlled my senses to that level which I am supposed to control. So at least these 7 days, let me focus on the Supreme Lord instead of focusing on senses. Most important. There are various kosh. The first kosh, human beings start with this अन्नमय कोश. Then कौन सा आता है? बोले योगी माता जी बोले. हाँ. फिर ज्ञान में. फिर नहीं, आनंदमय कोश. आनंदमय कोश. The manmay is not that. Okay. So please understand. प्राण में, ज्ञान में, विज्ञान में, अन्न में, प्राण में, विज्ञान में, ज्ञान में, विज्ञान में, and then आनंदमय कोश. So this is how one has to progress. Annamay kosh means people who are addicted to good food. Some people want nice pizza, momos, this and that. They are basically addicted to that. Second, then after that comes is generally उस कोश में हम लोग अटके रहते हैं. But a person who wants to, go ahead in life spiritually, he has to transcend this Annamay Kosh. नहीं तो Annamay Kosh में अटका रहेगा. That doesn't mean a person who is in Vijnanmay or Anandmay doesn't eat. You have to eat. But you should not be focused on your choice. नहीं मेरे को यही पसंद है, ये अच्छा लगता है, let me have this. Okay. When you are having an option to cook, fine. But one should not be focused only on food. Because when your focus is only on food, you can't focus on spiritual activities. So first, Annamay. Uske baad, Pranamay. Okay. Now, come to the soul level. From Annamaya is bodily level. Pranamaya is soul level. And then Jnana. Jnana means knowledge about the Supreme Lord. Then Vijnana, how to attain it. That's a science. How to attain it. And then last you will get is Anandamaya. Once you attain God or the spiritual transcendental platform, you will be in Anandamaya. So remember, these are the levels. So he is transcending from that to the higher level. He is trying to indicate, I'm not going to eat now. I've eaten for so many years, but my senses have never been fulfilled. So he wants to transcend that. And standing before them, told them his decision to fast until death. And what was their reaction to that? Please read. What did the king fully say? Please read.
The Persian king said, Indeed, we are the most grateful of all the kings who are trained to get favors from the great souls. Generally, you, sages, consider royalty as refused to be rejected and left in a distant place.
This is the definition or an identification of a true Brahman, or true sages. Whenever, even in Ramayana this comes, when King Dashrath performed Yajna, Ashwamedha Yajna. Now what is the procedure for Ashwamedha Yajna? Pehle to it's a 1 year program. Ashwa का there are very minute details. वो अश्व ऐसा होना चाहिए, उसमें कोई भी black spot नहीं होना चाहिए, कान के नीचे black होना चाहिए, and all that. Various descriptions, do's and don'ts are there. After all that, what happens is you perform the Ashwamedha Yajna. और उसके बाद the king has to donate everything. He has to donate even his kingdom. It is mentioned in Ramayana, north section he gives to one, south section he gives to one. So various rishis he gives the entire land. And all the rishis accept it because this is the protocol. They have to accept. And then what the rishi says? See, our job is not to control. But land लेना बड़ी बात है, जैसा आजकल गाड़ी लेना बड़ी बात नहीं, maintain करना बड़ा बात है. You buy a big mansion in some big posh area, monthly maintenances will be more as good as your salary. So maintaining is a big headache. So the rishis knew very well. ठीक है, आपने दान दिया, हमने ले लिया. It is our duty. But now we want to return you back this land. Because you are the Kshatriya, you can rule this land. We cannot control. We are Brahmanas. We are sages. We cannot control. You give us things which are of use to us. In the sense, give us cows, give us land, things which are required for our yajna, छोटे छोटे चीजें, hermitage and all that. So immediately this happens. So here, what is the king trying to say? That you people are so great that you people. A very nice word. Generally, you sages consider royalty as refuge. Refuge means kachra, waste. It's of no use. And why do sages consider that? Because they are involved in the transcendental path, spiritual path. And in case of kings, they are involved in passion, rajogun. और passion में क्या करेंगे? बड़ा bed, bada house, bada mahal, all opulent things. And opulent things किसके लिए लेते हैं? Why do people buy opulent things? The best, there is nice understanding. People buy high-end gadgets and all that. First and foremost, for that you have to slog much. Okay. You have to slog like a donkey to achieve that money. And there is no harm, there is nothing wrong. If God has blessed you with the money, buy. No problem. But people take special efforts for buying that. But they will never take special efforts for spiritual activities. And whatever you are going to get, materially, जो भी आप gadget लोगे, कोई भी चीज ले रहे हो, you have to leave at the time of death and go. But whatever spiritual activities you are doing, you can carry it after. So which is a better bargain? This is a better bargain. And whole life, what happens is, we buy things which we don't need. We buy things which we don't need to impress people who will hate you. That's why the old principle is there, na? Neighbors envy, owners pride. और टाइम पे ऐड चलता था. Neighbors envy, owners pride. You know, your envy is my happiness, my pride. So you are buying things which you don't need to impress people who are never going to be impressed, who are always going to be jealous on you. More important that with the money you don't have, that is credit card. The money you don't have, so you buy on EMIs, this and that. So is this the right way we understand life? This is what we have to understand from the Shastra. Shastra teaches us what is required. Please go ahead. King lived as kings. No king lived as beggar. Even Parikshit Maharaj, great devotee, was seen Lord in his womb, in his mother's womb. He also lived royally. But royalty is something different. Mind should be attached to achieving God. उसी पे फोकस होना चाहिए. भगवान को कैसे मुझे प्राप्त करना है, उसी पे फोकस होना चाहिए. So he is saying, indeed, we are the most fortunate of all kings. सभी राजाओं में हम सबसे blessed kings हैं, who are trained to get favors from great souls. आप लोगों से कृपा. And what is the kripa? Sages are not what are they going to give you? The catch lies here. What blessings do you think you should have, or they can give? Kantaji understood my question. And generally people get caught in that only. Quote unquote. People go to certain dhams to take a glimpse of certain Babaji or Maharaj. 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night they go and stand. Just to take a glimpse. For what? आशीर्वाद. बाबा का आशीर्वाद मिलता है. अरे तुम खुद सुधरो पहले. तुम तुम्हारा गलत आदत चेंज नहीं कर रहे हो. You don't want to leave non-veg, you don't want to leave alcohol, you don't want to leave bad habits. And just by taking a glimpse, बाबा आपका दर्शन हो गया, आपका फोटो लगे घर पे रख दिया. Nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. This is criminal wastage of time, money and energy. So get out of this concept of blessings. The only blessing is which is going to come later on. Parikshit Maharaj will say. Please read the next verse.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of both the transcendental and mundane worlds, has graciously overtaken me in the form of Brahmana's curse. Due to my being too much attached to family life, the Lord, in order to save me, has appeared before me in such a way that only out of fear I will detach myself from the world.
तस्यैव मे अघस्य परावरेशो वया आसक्त चित्तस्य ग्रहेषु अभिक्षण निर्वेद मूल द्विज स्वरूपो यत्र प्रशक्तो भयम अशुद्धते. Very, very important, powerful verse. This verse, is actually we all have to understand how when a calamity comes on us, how we should react. कब चुप जा रहा था hunting के लिए. Hunting is supposed to be, a sport, right? For the kings, hunting is a sport. So he went for a sport. He went for playing, and there this thing happened. He fell into hunger, put the snake on the sage, and for nothing he invited this problem. And who is he? The same person who has seen God in his mother's womb. And what is he saying? तस्य एव मे अगस्य परावरेशो वया आसक्त चित्तया ग्रहेषु अभिक्षणः निर्वेद मूलो द्विज स्वरूप रूपो यत्र प्रशक्तो भयम अशुद्धते. Each word, we'll understand it by word to word meaning. the translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of both transcendental and mundane world. Where does this come? Para avrashya ishaha. Para avra ishaha. Is clearly saying. Para means transcendental. Avra means mundane world. Dono ka isha. Isha means controller. So please understand, God is not only in the supreme realm, He is here also. God is there in the chair in which you are sitting also. अगर भगवान नहीं है तो एक एटम दूसरा एटम से चिपकेगा नहीं, गिर जाएगा. We may call it in science, this is malleable, this is ductile, this is this and that. We may give various explanations. But the idea worked. So they pull me from the spiritual to the material.
God is controller of
both the material and the spiritual world. And what is saying? Vaya asakta chittasya abhikshanaha. Vaya asakta. Asakt matlab I am attached. Attached to what? Greshu. Family. My family doesn't involve only family, wife and children. It attachment to friends, relatives, your property, your business, your whatever you are having, all that. And then Greshu Abhikshanaha. Always एक क्षण के लिए भी छूटता नहीं. एक क्षण के लिए भी छूटता है क्या? यहाँ बैठे बैठे भी अरे कल ये करना है, कल बेटे को स्कूल पहुंचाना है या ये कराना है, whatever it is. Each one has got his own thought process. बच्चा छोटा हो या बड़ा हो, the mind thought process is going on. So अभिक्षण मतलब एक क्षण के लिए भी आपका छूटता नहीं है. निर्वेद मूल, the source of detachment. मूल मतलब रूट, उखाड़ दिया भगवान ने मेरा. He is saying this. निर्वेद मूलो द्विज सर्प. द्विज मतलब ब्राह्मण के श्राप से मेरा जो अटैचमेंट है एक ही मिनट में भगवान ने उखाड़ के फेंक दिया. रूप यत्र प्रशक्त भयम अशुद्धते. जब भय होता है ना, आउट ऑफ फियर ओनली वन कैन अटैच विद गॉड. Simple example. All of you all are going for a movie or to a restaurant or to the mall, and there suddenly I come at the gate. Just imagine, I come at the gate and I say, "Oh, bachao, ye maya hai. Don't go. This is madness. You are wasting your valuable human birth and all this philosophy I give you." सुनोगे? दिमाग में 50% ऑफ चल रहा है. फलाना जो भी लेना है आपका ब्रांड इज 50% ऑफ का डे चल रहा है. मैं तो आज लैपटॉप लेके आऊंगा, फोन लेके आऊंगा, whatever does anyone whatever decides, it's there in the mindset. Dress or movie, you have set your mind. Especially hotel means very nice. कम से कम आधा घंटा पहले डिस्कशन चलो घर में. If the family is going, what we are going to eat. आप कोई बोलेगा मैं रोटी खाएगा, मैं बोलेगा मैं चाइनीज खाऊंगा, इटालियन, व्हाट इट इज, ऑल दिस. एंड वहां जाके चेंज हो जाओ तो वो बात है. दैट डजंट स्टे ना. वहां जाके बाजू वाला क्या करता है, वहां भी वही टेंशन है कि मेरा द नेबर शुड नॉट ईट बेटर देन मी. मेरा कुछ पीछे नहीं रह जाना चाहिए. हाँ, once I still remember we'd gone to Govinda's chapati that we had ordered a sizzler. So sizzle means sizzles, smoking coming out on the table next. Immediately they called the waiter and they said, "वो क्या है?" Sizzler. हम एक लेके आओ. They did not eat. They could not eat. I mean, they ordered just because they wanted to not miss out anything in the restaurant. The point what I'm trying to say is, only when there is fear, or rather when there is a time where you are not complacent, that is the time when you can undertake spiritual knowledge. Simple question. Now Arjun and Krishna, good old companions, बराबर, बचपन से बुआ का लड़का, ये अर्जुन इज बुआ का लड़का, वसुदेव एंड कुंती आर सिस्टर्स, ब्रदर सिस्टर. तो बचपन से खेल रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि पहली बार देखा, पहली बार मालूम पड़ा कि भगवान है. पांडवास न्यू वेरी वेल सुप्रीम गॉड, फिर भी उनके साथ खेलते थे, मतलब नो वेरी फ्रेंडली, दे वर लिविंग वेरी नाइसली एंड फ्रेंडलीली दे वर लिविंग. फाइनली at what point did Lord give the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna? He could have, इतना बार वो लोग मिले, एक दिन शाम को, ए रुक रुक, आज I am going to give you knowledge. Would you listen? And imagine he is having his favorite dish prepared. Draupadi has prepared his favorite dish. He is going to have, and many times I have seen this. I have some interactions, especially with the food in front. The ears are open, na? Physically the ears are open. Internet is shut off. The focus is on the food. So what the point what I am trying to make is, only in a situation where he was baffled, he was confused. मैं क्या करूं? पूरा युद्ध का तैयारी करने के बाद जब युद्ध शुरू होना था, बदले का लिस्ट था उनके पास, एक एक जन ने बुरा बुरा बोला था, कर्ण ने बोला था, दुर्योधन ने बोला था, दुशासन ने किया था. They had a list of revenge, not one, list of revenge, including Dronacharya was in the list, not by the Pandavas, but Drishtadyumna had already decided. He was born only to kill Dronacharya. So there was a list of things which were in the list. But after all that insult, injustice, everything what they have done, there Krishna coolly, with the flip of his hand, immediately changed his mind. And he came into this sulk mood, where he was started thinking, अरे मैंने क्या गलती किया, मुझे नहीं मारना चाहिए, ये मेरे ताऊजी हैं, ये मेरे चाचा जी हैं, मेरे गुरु हैं, मेरे भाई हैं, why should I kill my own relatives, it is better to beg, why should I do, I'll call वर्ण संकरण हो जाएगा, ये वो, gives various justified reasons, shastric reasons he gives, and he tells Krishna, I cannot fight, and he sits down. His Gandiv also falls down, keeps his Gandiv down and he sits down, and that is the time Krishna smiles. अब आया बकरा हाथ में. Krishna says, now is the time I can give him the knowledge and he can accept it. What is more important is not just giving the knowledge. One should have the inclination to accept it. Immediately Krishna said, okay. That's why first the shloka itself decides Krishna is smiling. Why? Till yesterday you are talking knowledge. Right now also you are speaking knowledge. But then, now, under confusion, under illusion, you are not able to decide what is right and what is wrong. That's why he says, Shishyasya ham sadhimam tam prapannam. I am your Shishya, you are my Guru. जब तक गुरु नहीं बनाओगे ज्ञान नहीं मिलेगा. Guru, you will have to accept the Guru, and Guru comes with not your terms and conditions, with his own terms and conditions. All people want what is it, customized Guru. मेरा गुरु ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए. No, it cannot work out. Those things don't work out. It's like you are destined to have a wife. You are destined to have someone as a husband. It's always said, marriages are made in heaven. They are not made in earth. Because earth is dukhalaya. Dharti is dukhalaya. So all are made in heaven. So what does this mean? It is predestined whom to get married. Similarly, Guru is also predestined. You will never know. You cannot decide. You cannot handpick your Guru. So, here he is trying to say, right? First and foremost, the quality of a devotee is seen here. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of both transcendental and mundane world, has been gracious. मतलब कृपा किया है, मेरे पे मेहरबानी किया है. कैसे मेहरबानी किया? मृत्यु देके मेहरबानी किया. हम तो यही बोलेंगे ना, भगवान से हम लोग क्या झगड़ा करेंगे, अरे लॉर्ड आई एम योर डिवोटी, इतना सिंसियर भक्ति कर रहा हूं, छोटा सा मिस्टेक उसके लिए यू आर किलिंग मी, यू आर एंडिंग माई लाइफ प्रीमेच्योर. Nobody who wants to die, nobody wants to die, right? That he is saying has been gracious, has been merciful, मेरे पे कृपा किया उन्होंने. और कैसा किया है? By overtaking me, मुझ पे भगवान ने ब्राह्मण का श्राप डाल दिया. Now, how can a shrapa, any curse, be good for him? For anyone? How can a shrapa be good? Tell me.
If a shrapa takes him closer to God, then it can.
It was his call. The shrap never taking him closer to death only. The shrap he had received was taking him closer to death. It was his decision. That is the quality of a devotee. At this point also he is thankful to God for the curse received by the Brahmana. What is he saying? Due to my being too attached to my to my family life, the Lord is in order to save me. Please go to the thought process of the devotee. Lord, in order to save me, has appeared before me in such a way, in the way of a curse. A curse can also happen only when, any curse can fructify only when Lord wishes. कहते हैं ना, भगवान की इच्छा के बगैर एक परिंदा भी पर नहीं मार सकते. So where is the question of any curse getting fulfilled? Every curse, Lord has accepted curse on himself also. कहाँ पे? दुर्वासा मुनि हुआ, नारद मुनि, मेन इज नारद मुनि. जनरली व्हाट वी गिव, नारद मुनि गए, मंकी वाला स्टोरी जो है वहां पे बोला ना, यू विल आल्सो बेयर सेपरेशन. वेरी गुड, बिकॉज भगवान वांटेड इट. बिकॉज वो सेपरेशन होगा तब राक्षस मरेगा. सो वेरियस रीजन. सो दैट्स व्हाई ही इज सेइंग लॉर्ड हैज बीन मर्सीफुल ऑन मी. हाउ मेनी ऑफ अस वुड लाइक टू टेक अ बैड or an unpleasant incident in our life as mercy, as kripa? Why? So many bad incidents and unpleasant things happen in our life, but are we ready to take it as a mercy of God? Because we still think we are in control of everything. प्रकृति क्रियमाणानि गुणे कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढ़ आत्मा कर्ता हम इति मन्यते. मैं कर रहा हूं, अहंकार है, विमूढ़ है, बुद्धू है. इसके लिए क्या सोचता है? करता हम, मैं करता हूं, मैं कर रहा हूं, मैंने तुमको खाना खिलाया, मैंने तुमको ये करवाया, ये इतनी मान्यता मान लेता है नहीं. वो मान लेता है. ही इज कंसिडरिंग हिमसेल्फ. सो फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट, द ब्राह्मणा's curse he has taken in a very positive term. He has taken positive in the sense he has used everything in life to come closer to God. श्राप आ गया, ठीक. अब इस श्राप को 7 दिन बचे ना, 7 दिन की आयु में क्या करूं? भगवान के साथ जुड़ जाओ. Only 7 days left. So 7 days what I will do? I will do intense. No anna also, no jal also, no food, no water, nothing. And he's saying Bhagavan is very merciful. As I am too attached to family life. And family life में problem क्या है? What is the problem?
It's temporary.
That, yeah, you're right. It's temporary. The most important thing is there are 2 categories of grahasthashram. One is grahamedhi and one is grahastha. Now, what is grahamedhi? One who is attached more to his family, his relatives, his, जो भी उसके जो connections हैं. People generally cancel spiritual programs just because their friends invite them for lunch and dinner. This is the biggest blunder. You got 7 days. उसी दिन शाम को जाना है या उसी दिन सुबह जाना है. What it is? Try to avoid. Marriage is okay, they are all fixed 6 months before and all, I can understand. But what about outings, meetings, these are all of no fruitive value. One may say, no sir, we have to keep our social circle. Fine, adjust yourself in such a way that the social circle stays in its place. Don't give overweightage. Then you become a Grahamedi if you are giving more weightage to that. You need to become a Grahastha. Grahastha means first God, rest all family members. I tell you the story of Pundrik. Who is Pundrik? Vithala, right. ये बहुत पुरानी कहानी नहीं है. This is Sthala Purana. Let's understand the story in connection with this verse. Very important. Pundrik was a perfect Brahmana. Very, very knowledgeful Brahmana. Knowledgeful मतलब वेद पाठ सब ज्ञान perfect था. Very nice person. And with all this knowledge, he was also a Karmakand Brahmana. Karmakand मतलब जो पूजा पाठ करते हैं वो सब. One day his parents desired, let us go for Ganga Snan. In उस जमाने में no aeroplanes, no AC buses and cars. जाना है चल के. And they didn't have a बैलगाड़ी also, so they had to go walking. So his parents said, will you take us for Ganga Snan? Okay, I'll take you. His wife heard this. Immediately he came and asked his wife. His wife came and asked him, I also want to go. You will not take me? Yes, I am very beloved to you. You are very beloved to me. I will take you. But I am Sukumari. Sukumari means I am very delicate. मैं नहीं चल पाएगा. महाराष्ट्र किधर, पंढरपुर किधर और अपना this thing पंढरपुर अपना काशी and Vishwanath and all, it's very far off. I can't go. I can't walk this time. So what should I do? Will you carry me on your shoulder? What is his duty supposed to be? Whom he is supposed to carry? Parents. Right? This is because we are parents, we say this. Had you been only a daughter-in-law, what your thought process would be? Let me be more powerful and commanding in the house. You know, the whole war between the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law is who has got more control on the boy. Whether mother-in-law has got control over the boy or I have got control over the boy. पूरा जिंदगी उसी में निकल जाता है. So he said, don't worry, my wife, you sit on my shoulder. The father and mother said, your wife is Sukumari, हम कैसे चलें? Don't worry, I'll make you all walk. He tied a rope round their neck. How do you carry a dog or some animal, pet? And he was pulling them. Because one shoulder he had to carry stuff also. उस ज़माने में everywhere you can't GPay and buy and eat. You have to cook. You have to carry your foodstuff. So he had to carry his foodstuff. He had to carry his wife, and his mother and father were pulled like animals. And walking, they reached वाराणसी. पहुंच गए. वाराणसी में जाके उस जमाने से पांडास आर फेमस. ओके, तो पांडा के घर पे गए और वहां जाके they were staying. So there also his wife used to always, he used to take extra care because he was very attached to his wife. So he used to take extra care of his wife. Like if there is 4 rotis, he will give 2.5 rotis, 3 rotis to his wife and one roti to his parents. It used to be like that. There one day night, that day when he reached, that day night, he suddenly came out and he saw some divine personalities moving around. So he asked, who are you? He said, I am Prayagraj himself. I am personification of. Another person said, I am none other than all the tirthas. We are the various tirthas. And those ladies you can see, they are the 7 rivers. Kaveri, Narmada, Ganga, Saraswati and all those rivers. Chandrabhaga and all those rivers. And why have you all come here? He asked. No, this Panda in his house you are staying, he is very, very dedicated to his parents. He serves his parents very nicely. And that is why we have come here. We come here and serve him. And by that, जो लोग आते हैं नदी में नहा के अपना पाप छोड़ के जाते हैं ना, हम लोग जाते हैं ना गंगा में नहा के, हाँ, पाप छोड़ के आते हैं वापस पाप करने के लिए, right? That funda won't work. You can leave your sins only when you take a commitment that I am not going to sin no more. I am not going to sin anymore. That funda only will work. But if you think, nahi, ek bar, then you take bath in your washroom or you take bath over there, it's the same. There's no difference. So immediately they said that all the sins are dumped on us. And when we come and serve him, we are cleansed of our sins. There his mind opened. He decided, oh my God, what a blunder I was done. I have really mistreated my parents and I have given special attachment to my wife, special care, lifting her on my shoulder and all. Immediately he told his wife, see, from tomorrow I am going to serve my parents. First my wife initially, she said, no, we'll take care of me and all that. You want to come, come. You want to stay. Now I am going to carry my parents on my shoulder. And you have to carry the luggage. She said, I cannot do it. No, you don't come. You stay here only. I am going. So finally she had no other option. She had to heed to his words. And finally, after doing all the Tirth Yatra, he came back. After coming back, he was a new man or a changed man. He would only serve his parents to the core, to the best of his ability. Because when he saw that Panda, because he was serving his parents very nicely, when Tirtharaj can come, when all Tirthas, all Nadis can come in the personification and serve, तो मैं भी कुछ ना कुछ तो मैंने कहा आज तो जो किया है गलत किया है, but अब तो मैं सुधर जाऊं. What is more important for all of us is we all have been sinners in some part, some stage of our life. कहीं ना अपने we have lived our own life the own way we want. But the minute you get knowledge, this is Jnanamay push. The minute you get Jnana, knowledge, you turn to Vijnana, you practice it. कई लोग आते हैं सुनते हैं बराबर है प्रभु जी, बट मेरे प्रोफेशन में नॉट पॉसिबल, मेरे जीवन में नॉट पॉसिबल, मेरे लाइफ में नॉट पॉसिबल. मैं आई एम ऑलरेडी आई लव माय nonsense food and my nonsense lifestyle. People have got reasons not to change. And if you are expecting any miracle to happen in your life, you got to change. If you don't change, you cannot. If you're going to get stuck to the same old practice, just imagine, when you are a small kid, like the child, mother prepares and keeps everything, gives you food, she might feed you in your mouth also. But just imagine you are at the age of 25, 30 and you behave the same way. I'll just scribble on the paper. I will make rockets. I'll do something like kiddish. Where is it possible? Is it acceptable? Why? One has to mature with knowledge. Not just age, with knowledge. Mother will say, now you have become big, now you have to eat of your own. No, I am not going to feed. Now you have become big, you have to do your own, take your own bath, put on your own dresses. Don't expect me to bathe you and do everything. So this is improvising. Similarly, when Pundrik saw that, he got this knowledge, immediately he changed. That is what is the main crux of the story. Please understand, one has to change. सब लोग बोलते हैं मेरे पास, तो जी आप जो बोल रहे हैं ना, क्लास इतना अच्छा था, मन को लग गया. Many people comment, मन को लग गया, अच्छा मन को लग गया. फिर खाना खाया नीचे चला गया. That's what happens, right? When you don't change, this is what happens. So, Pundarik was serving his parents. And now his wife was not the super personality of the house. She was not Sukumari, she was helping her husband. And one day, Dwarkadish, Lord. Okay, there are now 2-3 things you must have never heard of. I'll tell you. Many people say, Krishna only did Leela with Radharani and Gopis. Is it justified? Did Ramchandraji do any Ras Leela? He did. Acharyas have got a very nice way of explaining. 12 years of marriage. When Ramchandraji came, by the time he got that Kaikai incident and sent to the forest, it was 12 years. And after that, 12 years again in Chitrakoot. Ramchandraji also did Ras Leela. But where did these gopis come from? From the skin holes of Sita Maya. That is Lakshmi Devi. See, please understand, Krishna can never place Ras Leela with any Tom, Dick and Harry. You got to become so exalted that you get a chance. Shivji, we went to Gopeshwar Mahadev. We saw Shivji turning into a gopi. We went to Narad Kund where Naradi, he became Naradi Gopi. वहां जाके क्या वो लोग ने क्या किया? Did they dance with Krishna? They went to get a view of the Ras Leela. But it is said by Acharyas, Krishna also danced with only Radharani, and all the gopis were nothing else but his her Sacharis. Sacharis means from her own creation. They were the gopis. This is the bhava of the Acharyas. Braj ke Acharyons ka alag alag bhav. So these gopis are also creation from the pores of Radharani, and they actually, what was Krishna dancing? He was dancing only with Radharani. And what was Ramchandraji doing? Had Ras 12 years in Ayodhya, 12 years in Chitrakoot. Don't think Ramchandraji did not do any Leela. All this had to be hidden, because if Ravan comes to know, then you are cheating. Claws, mere ko claw kya tha? What is the claw on which he had got the boon? Only no god, no devata, no kinnar, no asur, nothing, no one can attack me. I will die only in the hands of a human being or monkey. वानर या नर, ये दो बोला था. तो नर लीला में क्या करेंगे? ये बालकांड में भी हम लोग देखते हैं ना, बचपन का लीला रामचंद्र जी का बहुत कम है, ना के बराबर. क्यों? अरे नॉर्मल बच्चा करता क्या? पै 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 रोते हैं. और no, there is, you can't find anything extraordinary. Whereas you see Krishna लीला, अरे चालू फर्स्ट डे से मर्डर, उतना को मारा. पहले मतलब स्टार्टिंग से ही एक्शन पैदा हुआ नहीं. खुल जा सिम सिम, opened the door, crossed the river, went there. क्या action starts from the day one, because he is extraordinary. He is personality of Godhead. He is God. Whereas when it comes to Ramchandra Leela, he did many things, but everything had to be hidden. That is why Acharya say, आज भी अयोध्या में लीला हो रहा है, आज भी चित्रकूट में लीला हो रहा है. हमको दिखता नहीं, जैसे आज भी वृंदावन में लीला हो रही है, हमको दिखता है. We are not able to see. And why we are not able to see? Because we want to see chamatkar, no? We don't want to see God. We want to see only chamatkar. कोई आपको भगवान आ गया आपके सामने, यस माता क्या चाहिए, एक मिनट, प्रिंट आउट निकलेगा आपका हाथ, पेजेस पे पेजेस, पूरा इतना गड्डी लो, इतना चाहिए, अभी के लिए, आगे पीछे दोनों साइड है प्रिंटेड लिस्ट. इतना चाहिए, इतना सोना, इतना चांदी, इतना गाड़ी, इतना बंगला, ये वो, ऑल थिंग्स, और वो थिंग्स विच यू हैव टू लीव एंड गो. At the time of death, you have to leave everything and go. That list you have got with you. And that is what makes Pundarik different. He was serving, and Dwarkadish there, he was so happy. Just by following your dharma. Dharma doesn't mean Jai Shri Ram, ye wo. That is not dharma. Dharma means dharayati ti dharma. That means what? Doing your duties. First do your duties correctly. be a good child, be a good son, be a good daughter, be a good husband, be a wife, whatever it is your duty, you have to do that duty perfectly. And this story shows he did not do any great devotion. बैठ के एकादशी उपवास करके चैंट करके ये वो कुछ नहीं किया. Pundrik just served his parents sincerely with full love and affection. Was pressing his leg. So द्वारकाधीश said, I have to go and visit him. मेरा दिल जीत लिया उसने. सेवा इतना अच्छा किया, माँ बाप का दिल जीत लिया. एंड टुडे आजकल माँ बाप का सेवा कैसे हो रहा है? मम्मी कौन सा वृद्धाश्रम में ज्वाइन कराऊं आपको, है ना? आजकल यही हो रहा है ना. हाउ टू पुट आजकल बूमिंग बिजनेस टुडे इज ओल्ड एज होम्स. यू नो दैट ओल्ड एज होम्स आर बूमिंग बिकॉज parents children are more interested in dumping their parents over there so that they can live a nice life, like Pundrik's earlier life, where his weightage was more on his wife, friends. No, this friends word is the most dangerous thing, because friends come with various different qualities, and these qualities interfere with your thought process. You want to eat something, but your friends convince you that if you live this lifestyle, you want to live one lifestyle, but the friends comes and what do you say?
Brainwash.
Not brainwash exactly, but they put their effect on you. No, they change your thought process. They increase your standards. They change your standards. They change your choice. Influence you. They totally influence you, and they make sure that अच्छा अभी उनके साथ जाऊंगा तो मुझे ये होटल में जाना पड़ेगा. भले you will be liking some other restaurant, but you have to go because they are liking it. You have to live their lifestyle. That is the most dangerous thing, and that is why one should be free from all these activities. So like Pundrik serving Lord, when he decided, immediately Lord was leaving, as any grahastha happens. Wife immediately asked, where are you going? भगवान ने बोला, टोक दिया, जा रहा हूं, भक्त को मिलने जा रहा हूं. हाँ, ऐसा कौन सा भक्त है? ब्रह्मा, शिवा, नारदा, सब ऑल भक्त आपके चरणों में आके आपका दर्शन करने जा रहे हैं. आप किसका दर्शन करने जा रहे हैं? ये मेरा एक अच्छा भक्त है, मैं उसको मिलने जा रहा हूं. मैं भी आती हूं. बोला नहीं, यू डोंट कम, यू विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड हिज ग्रेटनेस. नहीं, आई वांट टू कम, स्टिल आई वांट टू कम. यू आर गोइंग मीन्स देयर मस्ट बी समथिंग स्पेशल. So Dwarkadish came, and by that time he came in the evening, late evening, and there his parents were about to sleep. He had given them food, they were to sleep. He was pressing their leg and massaging their legs. Lord came, piche Mataji, Rukmani Devi also came. Dwarka na, dono aaye, khade ho gaye. Lord said, Pundrik, I have come. Okay. Wait, now I am making my parents sleep. Let me serve them. Now Rukmani felt bad. Whole world now कोई दंडवत नहीं किया, स्तुति नहीं किया, गाना नहीं गाया, सब भक्त लोग वही कर रहे हैं ना. भगवान आया नहीं, दंडवत करेंगे, गाना स्तुति करेंगे, then अर्चन करेंगे, फूल चढ़ाएंगे, कुछ भी नहीं किया. He's not bothered to see you also. I said, don't come. Lord said, I told you before, don't come. He is different. He is unique. Immediately, his wife, Pundrik, Lord said, Pundrik, see, my wife is also getting angry. She is not feeling nice. By the time his parents have gone to sleep, पैर दबा के सुला दिया. He came. Who called you? First question Pundrik asked is, who called you? I didn't call you. I had just told, wait. And at that time, when Lord Dwarkadish was telling again and again, I have come, what did he give? Brick. Stand. Lord also immediately climbed on the brick, standing. तो आचार्यगण कहते हैं कमर कस के खड़े हैं वहां. हाँ, कमर कस के खड़े हैं. क्यों? भक्त को देखने से. और यहाँ पे लोग 3:30 बजे जाके खड़े रहते हैं. Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, do devotion in such a way that Lord should come and see you. अरे ऐसा कैसा भक्त है जो कर रहे हैं? और हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? हम लोग ढूंढ रहे हैं क्यों? शॉर्टकट, फटाफट. ये सब शॉर्टकट है. एक दिन रात को सुबह 3 बजे उठने का, खड़ा रहने का, वहां पे दर्शन करो, अब पाप साफ, वापस चालू. Thought process. That's the problem with majority of the people, and that's why I never try to get blessed. Do an action in such a way God Himself comes and takes you along with you. That's the focus you should have. Immediately he asked, "कौन तुमको बुलाया कौन? Why did you come?" No, I came to see you because I was very much happy listening. So, okay, now you have come. You stay here and give darshan. You don't have to come into my house. तुम बाहर ही खड़े रहो और यहाँ सब लोगों को दर्शन दो. जितने लोग यहाँ आएंगे उनको दर्शन देंगे. From that time, Pandrinath is standing on the Vita and giving darshan to all. He is none other than Dwarkadish himself. Himself is, and till today, अभी तक तो हुआ नहीं है. The only deity where you can touch your head to the deity. बाकी और कहीं पे भी आपको you cannot touch the deity. But यहाँ एक ही जगह है you can touch the head to your deity, actual deity. So Pandrinath वहाँ पे. So what is the common thing between Pundrik and Singh? First and foremost, he understood his duty. His duty was to connect with God in the last 7 days of his life. He is left with only 7 days. That time he doesn't have time. मेरा इतना LIC पॉलिसी है, मेरा ये इतना पॉलिसी है, इतना सिक्योरिटीज है, इतना मैंने इन्वेस्ट किया म्यूचुअल फंड में, बेटा लेके जा ये सब. Immediately hand over the kingdom and did not look out for any sense gratification. This is corollary. What would people do if someone comes and tells you got 7 days? आइसक्रीम लेके आओ, रसगुल्ला लाओ, आज तो डायबिटीज गया ऊपर तो भी चलेगा, ऐसे ही मरना ही, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? लाओ, ये लाओ, वो लाओ, जितना हो सके लेट मी एंजॉय टिल द लास्ट मिनट. पर हियर ही इज टीचिंग अस. फॉर अस वी हैव आल्सो गॉट ओनली 7 days. मंडे मरेगा, ट्यूसडे मरेगा, थर्सडे, फ्राइडे, सैटरडे, संडे, ये 5-7 दिनों में मरना है. मरना पक्का है. जैसे ही आपका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डेट हुआ, एक्सपायरी डेट लग गया. यही फर्क है कि आपको पता है. एंड द गुड, दिस ऑल्सो भगवान कृपा, नोबडी नोज देयर एक्सपायरी डेट. यू कैन नॉट लिव. भले आपको 30 साल बाद हो, इन मोड ऑफ इग्नोरेंस यू विल लिव दैट. 30 साल में पॉलिसी 25 साल का है. मेरा 20 साल में मरना है, मेरे को तो मैं पॉलिसी का अमाउंट मेरे को नहीं मिलेगा, बीवी को मिलेगा, बच्चे को मिलेगा, हाँ, मेरे को पैसे देखने नहीं मिले. दैट्स व्हाट वी, यू कैन नॉट लिव. इट विल बी नेक्स्ट टू इम्पॉसिबल फॉर यू टू सर्वाइव. सो दैट इज व्हाई लॉर्ड इज मर्सीफुल. एट ऑल टाइम्स वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड लॉर्ड इज मर्सीफुल. ग्रेट. फॉर सम रीजन और अदर ही इज ग्रेट. I got a leg problem, no problem. Great, kripa. Some sin of mine is getting relinquished, finished with it. So that's why Acharyas say that Parikshit Maharaj is truly a great devotee because he is not complaining, he is not cribbing, he is not crying with Lord, Hare, why you have killed me? In fact, he is saying, you have been merciful on me, by which I have detached myself from my family and I am going to focus only on you. So you have been merciful on me, by which you have detached me. नहीं तो कभी डिटैच होगा ही नहीं. आदमी कभी डिटैच होने का तैयार ही नहीं है. And this also shows the quality of a devotee. A devotee is always ready to detach himself from materialistic things. Otherwise, materialistic people at all stages of their life, immaterial of young or old, they want to still take some enjoyment in this world, which is generally difficult. Okay, with this I'd like to close to this session. Anybody has got any doubts, questions, can ask.